J-Bo gang, J-Bo gang, J-Bo gang, what the fuck going on, man? Hey, man, say, man, today, we back with another reaction, man, and today we gonna be reacting to another after school video today, man. Today is currently April 29th, man. It's a Saturday, man, and y'all know, man, every Saturday, man, we react to after school videos, man, and I know I've been slacking on dropping these after school videos, but we're back, man. And today we're gonna be reacting to "We Are Not Living in a Simulation," probably by Dr. Dr. David Kipping. Yeah, J-Bo game, man, that's gonna be today's video, man. I ain't gonna do too much talking. We just gonna hop straight to the video, man. If you're new to the channel, man, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your first time ever seeing me on the Explore page, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, don't tap out with J-Bo game, man. We lit every day, man. We drop videos every day. We're gonna go ahead and hop straight to this video, man. Not too much talking. J-Bo game, J-Bo game, J-Bo game. Yeah.
Or we could already be in that simulation. What are your thoughts on the simulation theory?
I wrote a paper about this before, and in that paper, I was pretty on the fence about it.
I think we live in a simulation.
I tried to.
I think we live in a matrix.
Bayesian statistics to this problem. So Bayesian statistics is kind of a most objective way of evaluating hypotheses and weighing them against each other. And as far as I'm aware, no one had ever done that before. So I thought it would be an interesting exercise to do it. There's basically two scenarios. One scenario is that simulation technology is basically impossible. It's not possible to ever simulate a reality that's so convincing you wouldn't be able to distinguish it, right? Because that's for me to be simulated right now, I'd have to not be able to tell that I was simulated. That technology is just, we talked about limits of technology. There may be a limit to technology that simply prevents that from happening. If we're in that scenario, then of course the probability that we are not simulated is 100%, because it's simply not possible. There is the other scenario that this technology is possible, in which case you have one reality sat right at the top, which is base reality, the true reality, and then you have a whole swarm of realities which are all simulated underneath that. So let's say there is n simulated realities and one true reality, so the probability that you would be in true reality would be 1 divided by n. Now that's the scenario that when you hear like Elon Musk talk about it, he often focuses on that. So he just says the probability we were simulated is, it's almost 100%. Or in other words, the probability we're not simulated is infinitesimal. It's 1 divided by n, and n could be very, very large.
The odds that we're in base reality is 1 in billions.
But that's only one scenario. So the thing I just really want to point out is that we don't know that scenario is possible. There's this other scenario. So when you take the two scenarios together, there's a 50% chance, I would say, just a priori, before you have any information, your most objective way we choose priors is to give everything even weight. So you'd say there's a 50% chance that we're in scenario A, where we're guaranteed not to be simulated, and there's a 50% chance we're in the scenario where we're almost certainly simulated. But there's a small chance we're not. And so when you add those two probabilities together, you basically have like 50% plus 0.0001%. It ends up being greater than 50%. So therefore, chances are it's slightly more likely that you would be not simulated overall than simulated. So that was my contribution, just to sort of work through the math.
Hey, man, J-Bo game, man. I'm gonna keep it a boat with y'all, bro. But I think we living in a simulation, but it's not like a simulation as you think it is. It's more of like what's real and what's actually in front of us, bro. Like, it's not a simulation. This is really what's real. Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't feel like it could be something like a simulation. Like, a simulation is more like thinking of it as it's not real, it's a game. Which, in a sense, you could say it's a simulation because, in a sense, life is not real. I don't know, bro. I'm just playing the video.
Apply that prior, but that prior is the objective prior, what we'd call. But somebody might have a different prior. So you could have your own prior that's, well, no, it will definitely, I'm giving it a 90% chance that we're going to be simulated. And that's just up to you. Anyone can choose their own prior. But normally in objective Bayesian inference, you just apply even weights to everything. So I wrote a paper about that. But more recently, I've been thinking about something that I think is a really brilliant insight by Sean Carroll. Maybe some of your listeners know Sean Carroll. He has a podcast called Mindscape. He's also very well known on many TV shows and books. He wrote The Biggest Ideas in Physics. Is his current
Time, Space, and
trilogy of books
Motion.
that he's writing. I think it's on book number 2. He's just come out.
Oh,
on
Space,
that
Time, and
trilogy.
Motion.
And Sean Carroll pointed out what I call Carroll's contradiction. He didn't call it that, that's what I'm calling it. And he said, look, here's a strange thing about the simulation hypothesis. If simulations happen, then you have this hierarchy. You have realities that simulate realities, that simulate realities, that simulate realities. And every level of reality must necessarily have less computational capability than the previous layer above it, because it's just a subset of what came before. And so eventually, there must be a level where the computer being used to simulate it is simply not big enough to allow simulations within that simulated reality. So maybe in that world, the most sophisticated simulation you can do is like a Super Nintendo version of Donkey Kong or something. Right? That's like you get the world's biggest supercomputer. It's like the size of the entire universe, and the most sophisticated simulation you can do is Mario Kart 2. Like that's the most sophisticated simulation you can do. So in that universe, they are essentially sterile. To think about like having whether you can have children, they're infertile. They cannot themselves have daughter realities. So Sean Carroll pointed out that there should be many more realities of these daughter realities which are sat right at the bottom of this hierarchy, where they themselves lack the ability to simulate more realities. So I call this the sewer of reality.
So basically he's saying, bro, games are realities, bro. Like, people that are in games, bro, they can't do what we can do. That's why we live in a different reality. We live in a higher reality. But if you were in a game, if you were made in a game, you're only limited to doing certain things. Like, you can't have kids in a game. Like, that character in that game cannot have kids, bro. That's a reality for them. Hey, man, J-Bo game, bro. Clean you down, bro.
You are infertile. You are sterile. You cannot yourselves produce daughter-children realities. And so because there's far
so
more...
So it's like a daughter, children, whatever he just said, bro. Daughter, son reality, like, they're the kids to our reality. Like, they're limited to certain things, bro. I hope you're listening, J-Bo Gang. Because I'm listening. J-Bo Gang listening, bro.
Of each level, statistically, we are most likely to live in the sewer level of reality. If that's true, that we live in the sewer of reality, then we are incapable of simulations ourselves. There's the contradiction. We cannot produce simulations ourselves, and yet we are assuming that simulations are possible. So it's a logical contradiction in place. And so Sean rightly points out this is kind of odd. So I've been thinking about that contradiction a lot recently, and again, how to sort of ingest it into the statistical framework that I was working on before. So I don't have a result just yet, but I've been in correspondence with Sean and been thinking about this a little bit, and I think it's one of the most nuanced and subtle points about a simulation argument that is not discussed enough. It's a really brilliant insight.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This animation is a clip from my podcast.
Hey man, J-Bo Gang, man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. Hey man, if you learned something from this video about our reality and about a simulation or anything, man, drop down in the comments, man. Let me know, bro. If you want me to keep it real, I don't think we're living in no simulation. I just think we're living in a vast reality, like, where it feels like a simulation. You feel what I'm saying? Life is crazy, bro. Like, life will really make, cause, bro, if you dream a lot, bro, I'm pretty sure, like, you went through something called deja vu. Now that can be like a simulation, bro. Life is weird, bro. I can't even explain it, gang. But that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. I don't want to get too deep into this shit, man. I'm gonna check back in with y'all in the next video, man. Stay tapped in, man, and don't tap out, man. J-Bo Gang, man. New videos every day, new content every day, man. Stay tapped in, man. I'm gonna keep dropping, man. No cap, J-Bo Gang, man. I'm gonna check back in with y'all in the next video, man. One more thing, bro. If you're new to this channel, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Do one of those things, man, to show me you tapped in or you support, man, because I really do appreciate anybody that tap in and support me, man, because you don't have to, man. I know I might not be as entertaining as some other people. Anything, bro, it don't matter. You tapped in, bro, so you support me, and I fuck with that, bro, and I fuck with you. Come join J-Bo Gang, man. Lit every day, man. Videos every day. I'm not gonna do too much talking, man. I'm gonna check back in with y'all in the next video, man. J-Bo gang, J-Bo gang, J-Bo gang.